In a small, sun-drenched neighborhood in Manila, a Filipino family wakes before dawn. The streets are bustling, but inside their tiny home, life moves to a different rhythm, one filled with hope, love, and music. The mother, Maria, weak but radiant, sits on a worn-out chair, holding a steaming cup of coffee. She watches her children gather around old, patched-up instruments, a guitar with strings that have seen better days, a drum kit with tape holding the edges together, and a keyboard that barely functions. Despite the hardships, their home is filled with laughter and song. The father, Jose, quietly tunes the instruments while whispering words of encouragement. The children, from the youngest to the eldest, practice their harmonies, each note carrying the weight of their dreams and their mother's struggle with cancer. They rehearse tirelessly, sometimes until midnight, their music blending grief and hope, fear and courage. Maria listens with tears in her eyes, her frailty evident but her spirit unbroken. "Sing for me, Anik," she whispers, and the children smile through the exhaustion. Each melody tells a story of resilience, of love that refuses to be silenced. They have little money for treatment, little for food, yet they are rich in devotion and determination. One evening, gathered around a flickering lamp, the eldest daughter speaks softly, "Mom, we can do this. We can take our song to the world. We can make people hear your story." The family exchanges a solemn nod. They know the road ahead is daunting, but the music has always been their way to fight despair. Determined, they submit their audition video to AGT 2025. The camera lingers on Maria's face as she watches her children's hopeful smiles. She whispers, "Go show them our hearts." The episode closes with the family holding hands, the Manila skyline glowing behind them, and the distant sound of their song echoing, a promise that their story is just beginning. The day of the audition arrives. Manila traffic, the crowded streets, and the smell of street food fade into memory as the family steps into the towering arena of AGT 2025. Their eyes widen at the bright lights, the massive stage, and the cameras that follow every step. The children clutch their instruments nervously, while Maria holds Jose's hand tightly, her frail fingers trembling, not from fear, but from the hope that this moment could change everything. Backstage, other contestants prepare with polished costumes and flashy props. The Filipino family stands apart in their simple clothes, patched shoes, and worn instruments. Yet there's an undeniable aura of authenticity and heart about them. The youngest child whispers, "Mom, will they like us?" Maria smiles softly, brushing away a tear. "It's not about being liked. It's about sharing our song, our story. Sing from your hearts, Anik." When the family steps onto the stage, the crowd buzzes with anticipation. Simon Cowell and the other judges watch with curiosity. The father introduces their song, a tribute to Maria's courageous fight against cancer, and a celebration of family love and unity. The first chord strikes, and a hush falls over the audience. Their music is raw, beautiful, and filled with emotion. Each note resonates with struggle and hope. The camera cuts to Maria backstage, tears rolling down her cheeks, silently mouthing the lyrics along with her children. The siblings harmonize perfectly, their voices intertwining in a melody that's both heart-wrenching and uplifting. As the song progresses, the audience begins to lean in, some holding hands to stifle sobs. Simon Cowell's stern face shows cracks, his eyes glisten, but he maintains his composure. The energy of the performance is magnetic. It's more than a song, it's a story of love, perseverance, and the Filipino spirit of never giving up, no matter how hard life gets. The episode ends on a cliffhanger. The final note fades, the stage falls silent, and the camera zooms in on Simon's face. For the first time, he doesn't immediately give a verdict. The tension is unbearable. The audience waits, hearts pounding, wondering if this humble family will earn Simon's approval and take the first step toward changing their lives forever. The final note hangs in the air like a fragile heartbeat. The Filipino family stands on the AGT stage, chests heaving, eyes glistening, as the silence stretches. For a moment, it seems as if the world itself is holding its breath. Then, Simon Cowell, known for his sharp critiques and tough demeanor, slowly rises from his chair. His face, usually stoic and unreadable, is softened by visible emotion. A single tear escapes the corner of his eye. The audience erupts, not in applause, but in stunned, respectful silence, moved by the raw vulnerability of the performance. The siblings clutch their instruments, unsure of what to expect. Maria, sitting backstage, wipes her tears, whispering a prayer of gratitude. Simon leans forward, his voice steady but filled with emotion. I have been on this stage for decades, and I have seen thousands of acts, but what you just did, this was different. It wasn't just talent, it was love, courage, and the heart of a family. You made me feel something I haven't felt in years. The other judges join in, praising the family's harmonies, the authenticity of their story, and the bravery it takes to turn personal struggle into art. Every comment highlights the Filipino values of resilience, family, and unwavering hope despite adversity. The family is overwhelmed. The children embrace each other, while Maria's frailty fades in that moment, replaced by pride and joy. Jose wipes his eyes, barely able to speak. The camera pans across the audience, some standing, some crying openly, everyone deeply affected by the music. Simon rises fully to give a standing ovation, an exceptionally rare gesture reserved for moments that transcend entertainment. He walks toward the stage, pausing to shake each child's hand and finally hugs Maria, whispering, "Your family just reminded the world what love really looks like." The episode closes with a wide shot of the Filipino family in the center of the AGT stage, bathed in golden light, as the audience's applause roars around them. Their song has not only touched hearts, it has made history, proving that even the simplest voices, fueled by love and courage, can move the world. The Filipino family's performance on AGT 2025 becomes an overnight sensation. Clips of their heartfelt song flood social media, shared by millions across the Philippines and around the world. Hashtags trend on Twitter. Hashtag Filipino Family Band, hashtag 2025 Tears, and hashtag Sing for Maria. News outlets pick up the story, highlighting the family's courage, resilience, and the mother's battle with cancer. Back in their small Manila home, the family watches the online reactions on an old, cracked laptop. Every view, every comment, every tearful message from strangers fuels their hope. Messages pour in from fans, celebrities, and even other cancer survivors. "Your song gave me hope. This moved me to tears, thank you for sharing your story." Maria, once frail and quiet, now beams with a strength the family hasn't seen in months. She hugs her children tightly, whispering, "You've done more than sing, you've touched hearts all over the world." The children, moved by the response, realize their song is no longer just for their family, it has become a beacon of hope for countless others facing hardships. The family also begins receiving invitations for interviews, charity features, and even offers to help with Maria's treatment. The camera follows their journey as the humble family from Manila transforms into national heroes in a matter of days. Their music, their story, and their love resonate deeply with Filipinos, who see their own struggles reflected in this courageous family. The episode ends with a notification from AGT, they have been called back for the live semifinals. The family exchanges nervous yet excited glances. Maria clasps her hands, her eyes shining. "The world is listening, Anik, now it's time to sing even louder." The cliffhanger leaves viewers on edge. Can this humble family maintain their authenticity and emotion under the pressure of live television in the eyes of millions? The night of the AGT 2025 live semifinals arrives, and the Filipino family steps onto the enormous stage once again. The lights shine bright, the cameras roll, and the audience buzzes with anticipation. Unlike the first audition, this is no longer a small stage, they are now performing for millions worldwide. Yet, despite the grandeur, the family stands united, holding hands for courage, their hearts beating as one. The song begins. Every note, every harmony, every lyric carries the raw emotion of a family's struggle, love, and resilience. The youngest child's voice cracks slightly on the high notes, but the siblings support each other, creating a perfect blend of vulnerability and strength. Maria watches from the wings, tears streaming down her face, as if she can feel the music flowing directly from her children's hearts. The audience is captivated. Judges are visibly moved. Simon Cowell, again fighting back tears, rises for a standing ovation, acknowledging the sheer power of the performance. Camera cuts show fans across the Philippines watching live, some crying, some recording the moment on their phones, all inspired by the courage and talent of this humble family. As the song reaches its crescendo, the father steps forward, giving his mother a gentle nod of encouragement. The final note resonates through the theater, a sound of hope, love, and triumph over hardship. The audience erupts, the applause deafening, the judges unanimous, the family moves on to the AGT finals. Backstage, the family embraces, hugging tightly, laughing and crying simultaneously. Maria, weak but radiant, looks at her children and says, "You did it, we did it. Together, nothing is impossible." Simon approaches, kneeling slightly to meet Maria's gaze. His voice is choked with emotion. "Your family reminded all of us what courage, love, and music can do. You didn't just perform, you changed lives tonight." The episode closes with the family holding hands center stage, bathed in golden light, the audience on their feet, and Maria smiling through tears. Their journey from a humble Manila home to international recognition is complete, proof that love, music, and unwavering faith can heal hearts, inspire millions, and turn tragedy into triumph.